Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. What they call it, Music Monday? I just wanted to say hello to everyone. We are coming on tonight with a wonderful R&B singer. Many of you have known her for many years. Her name is Dondria Nicole. I'm excited to speak with this amazing, talented woman and just talk about her journey, talk about her new single, all of that good stuff. You know, when I do these, I'm always trying to learn something new about the artist and in some way allow you guys to walk away with something that you can really be inspired by with each of these artists. And it usually works out that way. So I'm really excited to speak with her. Let me see something. Hi, Jay. Hi, Demonte. Thank you guys for the hearts. Feeling all over my body. The baby, you're the one for me. You're the one for me. So how are you guys doing on this beautiful Monday? Hi, Rachel. I should have put the title in there. I forgot. Oh, thank you so much. You love my videos on YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, you guys are giving me hearts. That's so nice. It's freezing? I hope you're saying it's freezing where you are. I hope my video's not freezing. Oh my goodness. Hello, beautiful.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much for meeting with me. You look amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Dileesa, by the way. Very nice to meet you. So let's first start with, so let me tell you what I do, right? So I call these conversations with Dileesa. So I'm a voice coach and a singer. And what I do is I bring artists on, and it's kind of like a inside the actor studio for singers. So we kind of talk about the journey, the mindset, all of that, that kind of goes into who we are. Of course, we're going to talk about your music and your products and stuff like that. But I always try to have people walk away feeling inspired, like, wow, that was some kind of insight that I didn't have about this particular artist or the journey to get them where they are before this. So that's kind of what we try to do here. So I really wanted to thank you for meeting with me, and we'll just jump right into it. Okay, so first of all, congratulations on your new single, Let It Be.
Thank you.
When was the actual release date?
It was January 15th.
Very nice. And you just had a birthday, January 6th. So
I did.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Brian Michael Cox is a dream producer.
Yeah.
So how was that working with him, or, you know, even like, oh yeah, Brian agreed to do your record. What?
I know. Well, okay, so me and Brian, we go back pretty far. He worked on my debut album with Jermaine Dupri and Jonte Austin and Chris Style. And so he's just, I mean, I always continue to work with him, work with JD, but Brian, we just have this thing. So, you know, anytime I have something going on, he's just always there, you know, to.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, he's dope. That's my dude. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's an awesome plug. to have in the bag. That's so awesome. I'm sure he's an awesome person. I've met him once a very long time ago, and he's, when you really look at, if anybody doesn't know who Brian Michael Cox is, I mean, just Google him. He's really a super producer. So it's such amazing work all the time.
So amazing. And he's from Texas, just like me. That might be what it is. We just have like this Texas connection.
Yeah, the Texan bond.
So,
I get that.
Yeah.
So let's now go back. So a lot of people would consider you a YouTube OG.
Yeah. I consider myself a YouTube OG, a YouTube vet. It's so crazy.
The funny thing is, I believe I got on YouTube the same time you did, but I was teaching, right? Mm-hmm. So I just like started going on there and just reading off of my vocal pedagogy notes. And so now, you know, the kids are like, I've been watching you since elementary school.
Yeah.
You know?
Isn't that crazy to hear?
It's insane. Like, I literally have people who are like, I watched you in middle school and I just graduated college, so now I finally have the money to pay you to teach me. I'm like, what?
So crazy. But that means that you have been impacting probably long before you even knew you were, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But so now what made you get on YouTube? Because YouTube was brand new. It was this brand new platform. Yeah. Like, back then there was no monetization and let me try to do this or that. Mm-hmm. What made you say, okay, I'm just going to go sing on YouTube?
Well, to be honest, okay, let's fast forward. So now I got on YouTube because at that time, you know, there was no World Star or anything. And that's where you saw all the fights and just everything that was going on, you went to YouTube for. So that's what led me to YouTube. And once I got on, I know it's so ratchet, but whatever.
So World Star was hosting their videos on YouTube at first?
No, I'm saying like before there was a World Star. Because, you know, it was like World Star and that's where you would see all the fights. Before that, YouTube was like the only place to watch videos of any sort. So that is why I visited youtube.com. And then I saw some people that looked like they were singing on the side. And one girl who I always mention, she's my friend to this day, Deanna Dixon. She was on there.
Oh, yes. I love her.
Man, she is the person that inspired me to sing on YouTube.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, from that moment, I just said, I'm going to do this too. And I just started making videos. My very first one was a cappella, no music, no instrumental. I just wanted to see what this was all about.
Wow. Yeah. We love Deanna, by the way.
Love Deanna.
Deanna is amazing. Beautiful spirit, beautiful voice. Yeah. She just, I don't know, the way she sings, it's like, are you even thinking about it?
I don't think she is.
I don't think she's thinking about it. It just is. She's amazing.
Yeah.
So what were some, obviously you had the amazing connection of Jermaine Dupri that started your, you know, international career. Why am I doing this? It's the filter that's in my face. I'm trying to brush away the filter. So what were some other, I guess, connections or shout outs that you got that just kind of did you see the potential in it for what ended up happening? Did you see that potential?
No. I really wanted to just see what strangers thought of me and my voice. I had no intention on hoping that a super producer or an executive or an A&R would see me. I just didn't even, and maybe I should have, but I just, that was the least of, you know, my intentions. So when it happened, I really had a hard time processing it because I just, wait, what? You know, I had no intention. When I tell you none. So it took me a while. And even when JD initially called me, I called like so many people on three-way, like listening to the voicemail, like, does it sound like him? Like, I just knew that it was like a Punk'd episode or something. I I don't know. I just didn't think that people would be that into me that it would be my career one day.
It's kind of weird that it kind of, YouTube, I remember back then, YouTube just felt like videos on the internet somewhere. Like you didn't really realize that you were connecting with the real world.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
So when YouTube becomes the real world, it's like, wait, what? I remember I was putting out videos and people started asking me to teach them. And I was just like, no. Right. No, I was just talking, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It took me 6 months to finally take my first client.
Wow.
Because I just rejected everybody. Like, no, that's not what I'm doing this for. I just wanted to give good information, you know. So that is awesome. I totally agree. It's funny how now YouTube is just part of people's business plan, and we were just putting it out there. I think, you know, you're amazing. Your voice is so beautiful, and I remember you back then. And then I remember hearing that you got a record deal, and I was like, whoa, like the possibilities, like that is amazing. So let me ask you this. Let's fast forward now. So you had so many things. You had promotional singles, you had mixtapes, you've had albums. So let me ask you this, because I don't even know. So I'm not even sure if a lot of people know. What is the difference between a mixtape and an album?
So a mixtape, that's pretty much free music.
Is it covers?
No, I mean, it could be original music, but it's just music that you just want to put out there and let people listen to. They don't have to buy it. They don't have to pay for it. You might be getting them excited for your album that's coming out. It is a way to build your brand and, you know, build your name, build your musical catalog, but it's free music.
So what was the best like gig you did? Like what was your most memorable that you were like, holy smokes, I'm like really in the industry now?
Well, probably going on tour with Trey Songz and Monica. That was that
2010?
It was 2010. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first tour, and really my only major tour still, you know what I mean? So like to share, well, first of all, to be a part of a network with Trey Songz and Monica, who have been doing this, you know, already for quite a while, like to even share the stage with them, that was one thing. And then two, we're selling out these venues, and I'm coming in there, you know, I recognize that I'm a little small fish, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. But when I would get out on that stage and I would sing You're the One, these people knew my song.
Right.
And I was just like, it was surreal, but it also was like, wow, because we went all over the country. You know, some dates, some cities we did 2 nights in a row. Like,
wow.
Everywhere I went, people knew my song. They didn't know my face yet, but they knew my music. And so that, I think, was like the moment where I was like, okay, this is a thing. Like, I'm on this tour for a reason. It's not just because
you definitely deserved to be there. And that's awesome. And I hope, you know, the world is kind of shut down right now, but I hope that you end up, you know, on some really big tours again and, you know, headlining your own tours.
Yes.
You're so incredibly talented and you make such great music. Okay, here's a question. What was the process for you to or was there a process transitioning from, let's say, bedroom singer? I just want to know if y'all think I can sing, to artist. Like right now, you look like an artist.
Thank you.
Yes.
Honestly, I really feel like I became an artist, a true creative, like 2017, 2016. Because being signed and you know, experiencing all those amazing things, going on 106 in Park and doing all that, it was I felt like every time was my first time. You know, I'd never felt like I really stepped into who Dondria was. One, because I didn't know, you know, I was 19. And two, I've been saying this a lot lately in conversation. Like, I didn't take the time to feel these moments, you know, to be aware and be mindful and really take it all in. So a lot of it I don't remember because it was just happening so fast, and it so quickly became my reality. I didn't have a chance to revel in it. So between those two things, 2016, 2017 was the first time that I put a body of work together since my first album and wrote on it, and actually pulled from personal experiences or experiences from like friends and family. Like, that's when I really felt like I started creating. And then I still didn't even know who I was, but it took a while. It took a while.
That's really good to know. So how do you feel the landscape has changed in the last 12 years as far as social media and singers and being found and all that?
Oh gosh.
12. Oh my gosh, it's been more than 12, from 06 to, I can't count.
Yeah. Well, 16. Yeah. Oh yeah. More like
It's,
what? 14,
it's definitely more than 12.
15
Like
years.
14, 15. Jesus.
That's so crazy.
That's
insane. So crazy.
Yeah, I didn't want to be honest.
It has changed quite a bit. I mean, just being like one of the first to do it and get discovered, when JD would take me into these labels offices, and they would be like, "You found her on the internet." No thanks. You
so
know,
now
like,
that's the business plan.
now that's the business plan, and they want you to have everything all together. They don't want to do artist development anymore. They just want you to be ready, which I feel is the culprit to why our mental health is just so all over the place, because we're getting thrown in. I thought that I was thrown into it, but I was at least still nurtured and taught a little bit. You know what I mean? Now there's none of that. There's no true mentors. You know, a lot of the people that have been doing this, in my opinion, I know they didn't help me. You know what I mean? So it's a good thing. You know, there's always a blessing to like the internet and social media, and how you can just so quickly reach the world and, you know, reach people. But I think because it happens so fast,
especially the pressure to have 10,000 followers, 80,000 followers, 150,000 followers, and then maybe we'll look at you to see if you're a viable artist. That's pressure.
Yeah, there's
and even the fact that a lot of us don't really become who we are going to be until much later in life. But for many people at the age of 18 and 19, they're trying to create this person that, you know, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
And I think that if I would have been 19, like within the last 5 years and got discovered, I don't think that I would have handled it the same. You know, I'm not sure what that would have done, you know, to me or for me. Because I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I did to, I mean, somewhat be protected, somewhat be covered. So it's a little crazy now. It's a little scary now.
Yeah, it is. So who are your inspirations, your vocal inspirations, or even business wise? Like, like as far as an artist, like what are your inspirations?
Well, my like number one, without a doubt, always and forever inspiration is Whitney. I just love her so much. I mean, and it's not completely just because of her talent. I mean, that part is undeniable. but I really just relate to her spirit, and I feel that she was authentic to who she was, and she was still able to be successful. Now with that, I also try to just remind myself of the pressures that she also dealt with, and you know, man, all the bad stuff too, you know, but she is constantly on my mind, in my dreams, you know. Like,
you would like the career kind of modeled after what she did.
Yeah.
No, she's amazing. She's my favorite, number one. Yeah. Period.
I love, as far as career and model, or at least work ethic and stuff like that. I mean, we can't go without saying Beyonce. I also love Jasmine Sullivan. I think that I relate more to her, and you know, just what she wants to put out into the world. Yeah, and Tank. I love me some Tank. Yes, I do.
Yes, ma'am. Dream collab.
Dream collab.
You've done a lot of duets.
I do.
You've done a lot of duets.
I do. I just love, you know, I actually love collaborating with men. Because I feel like, I mean, I love girl power. I love Black girl magic, you know what I mean? But I think that the old school duets with the man and the woman, like,
it's sexy.
You know? And then, I mean, and then it talks about like love, and you can do the have a conversation,
2 different voices, yeah.
And so I do have a lot of duets with men. I would love to actually do something with J. Cole. I love Molly Music. I love John Bellion. And female wise, I'd love to do something with Jasmine. I'd love to do something with Tori Kelly.
Yes.
I like Ariana. Yeah, it's just a few.
So there's a couple of questions here before I let you. Oh, there's 5. Hold on. Okay, so somebody asked, will we get any more duets?
Yeah, I'm actually kind of thinking through and planning out my next duets right now. I try not to do them, like, I started to just do them just because people were asking for them, and not because there was actual good music to duet with. So I kind of took a break from it, but I feel like we're in a good space right now with music to give you guys one. So it's coming.
Yay. Okay. Somebody's shooting their shot. I would love to work with her.
Okay.
Iman Music.
Okay, Iman Music. You can most definitely hit me up at booking@dondrianicole.com. Send me some stuff, and let's see.
I'm there. Yeah. All right. Why is I Told the Storm such a bomb song?
Because I love that song. You always kill songs that you love. I mean, well, you should. You should.
At the very least.
I love singing that song in church. So every time I sing it, I think I go back there. Yeah.
I Told the Storm. That one?
Yes.
How is collaborating with Broadway?
It's always fun. It's always amazing. Broadway, I've known him since middle school. I've known him since I was in the 6th grade. So we just have this chemistry that is one, based off of time, you know, that we've known each other and learned each other, and then 2, you know, I'm sure it's a divine thing, you know, that happens also. But yeah, that's my homie. We got some stuff coming too. We have an EP that's out, but I love working with him. That's my brother. Like, that's my brother, and we are literally the same person. Just
Aww, I love that.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't get over it either. I really can't. The
Thank
lip liner, the lip, like you just did it. Yes.
Thank you.
I
don't even like doing makeup, honestly, but every now and then I'll be the face. So
I really wanted to tonight. I'm sorry.
It's
So,
okay.
what video did you love when doing the classic cipher?
What video?
I was hoping you understood that.
What video did I love when doing the classic cipher? So maybe they're asking which classic cipher was my favorite.
I think
a couple. I want to say the very last one that I did. The very last one. Shout out to Mike Colombo. He does these ciphers, and lately he's been doing like a lot of hip hop ones, but he did an R&B one, and I killed it. But I'm gonna say the last one. Your last one should always be the best. So, yeah.
I like it. Okay, so they asked again. All right, praise God. Let's see. What was your favorite YouTube song that you remade? Do you still record for YouTube?
I do, but not like that. Not just sitting and giving, telling y'all what I was eating and really going through the full song. I don't do that anymore, but I do post a lot still on YouTube. But my favorite YouTube song that I have remade and recorded, I always go back to Diary by Alicia Keys. I think the reason I love it is because, like, when I go back and watch those videos, I'm listening and hearing all the stuff that I would have done differently if I did it now. And the Diary by Alicia Keys, there's not much that I would change. It just feels like it was just in the right pocket, and I still watch it and I'm like, ooh, okay.
You did that.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
So you're one of those singers that you enjoy listening to yourself sing. Like, when you killed it and you could.
Oh, yeah. Now, I don't listen to my music really, like, because, the whole process, you're writing it, then you're recording it, and then you're listening
You're thinking about everything, all the decisions you made, all the things you chose to leave out that was actually dope.
Yeah.
This is good.
Okay. 3 key things an artist should look for in choosing a label to sign with. First of all, make sure you have a lawyer or something.
I was gonna say an attorney. One.
If you sit there and read it, it's gonna look and sound like a bunch of mush, first of all. So you need to make sure that you have somebody in your corner that can clearly understand everything that is going on in that contract. Outside of that, I mean, you just want to make sure that they're not taking everything. Like, let's say you get a $1 million contract, and it sounds great. You get that advance and you buying houses and cars. Well, you should be buying houses, but oh, it looked like it was kind of frozen. Everything that you're making,
it did freeze for a second. You're back.
You're not seeing any of it because the label is taking all of it plus interest. That's why you have seen in the past so many artists that have been bankrupt, and some of them have never come back. You know what I mean? Because you just have to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Okay, and choosing a label to sign with. And honestly, I'm all about feeling. I'm all about what my gut is telling me. So even if the paperwork is right, I've seen other people like Master P. I think he turned down $1 million deal because it sounded right, it looked right, but he knew that he could make more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're giving me $1 million, that means they probably think I can make this much. So just following your gut and like really doing your research, paying attention to the other artists that are signed to that label, and
that's good. Paying attention to the other artists. How are the other artists doing? Like, yeah.
And having a conversation, because you know, you could tell a lot about, I know with me, like I sit and I listen. I might seem like I'm very quiet and shy, but I'm really just observing and paying attention to what's going on. You could tell a lot about a person just by listening to them talk. Sometimes it's not even a conversation. It's just them talking. So yeah, being intentional, paying attention, making sure you have an attorney and a lawyer on your team, and doing your research.
That's good. All right, I'm going to do 2 more. Do you remember Michael Jr.?
Yeah, I do. I sure do. Yeah, so I kind of did answer this. I do have plans to release a duets this year. So yes, stay tuned for that.
Yay. Yay. Okay.
Yay. Okay. How was singing with Kiki Wyatt? That was so amazing, y'all. First of all, like I didn't know that I was getting on anybody's mic. I thought I was going to the party to enjoy the party. And I definitely didn't think that I was going to be singing with Kiki. So, you know, she went up there and she was doing her set, and she asked me and Samara to come up there with her and sing with her. Then she messed around and did a your turn. And it was like, okay, all right. You know, I ain't gonna back down now. But it was fun. It was so fun. I love to sing and vibe with other artists that I feel can really give me a run for my money. You know what I mean? Because it's just fun and it's inspiring, you know, to hear that girl. She's amazing. Like, why? Who wouldn't want to sing with her?
She definitely inspires you to be like you said, you don't want to back down. Like, oh no, let me get my throat together, because
Yeah.
she just passed me the mic. Let me get it together real quick.
It was fun though. And the other part of that is just not being intimidated. Do what you know you can do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna be belting, you know, for 5 minutes, because that's not really what I do. I can, but I'm gonna do what I know how to do and what makes me me. And I think that's another reason why it went so well, because even with Samara, we did what we do instead of trying to compete.
That was a mouthful.
I know.
That was a gem. Okay. And we should let that sink in. I think we should leave it right there.
Yes, let's do that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so very much for meeting with me. I really, really appreciate it. Your fans they just absolutely adore you. I don't know if you can see all the comments, but they are just so happy to see your face. And congratulations again on your new single. Best wishes for everything. You know, keep in touch for whatever reason, if you want to, I don't know. But it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
No problem.
Yeah.
Well, God bless. Bye.
Bye.